Welcome to Peak TV. I'm Niv Dagan, Executive Director of Peak Asset Management, and we've got all the way from New York City, Keren Gilbert from Future Burger. Keren, welcome.
Hello, thank you. Hi, Niv. Yes, I'm here. It's in the evening for me and the morning for you.
Keren, plant-based food and Future Burger. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to build a business?
Sure. So our mission at Future Burger, we actualized the concept of the Future Burger Grill with two goals in mind. The first was to accommodate the growing interest in plant-based foods and meats and meat alternatives. And the second goal, and this is a big one, is the need for speed. So I'm going to speak more to this later. But people want convenience. They do want to cook at home. They want to eat healthy, but they want it very, very quickly and speedy. So we're excited because, as you will learn in this presentation, our mission is going to meet both of those goals. So it's very exciting.
You've built an absolute all-star team. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and
Sure.
part of the team as well?
Sure, absolutely. So obviously, my name is Keren Gilbert. I'm a registered dietitian and a practicing nutritionist in New York, in the state of New York for 20 plus years. I own and run a private practice in New York as well, called Decision Nutrition, where I counsel patients on food and nutrition, of course, when it comes to losing weight, but also as it relates to health concerns like diabetes, cardiovascular disease. And I also am a published author. I've written the book, The HD Diet, which really aligns with our mission here because in my book, I promote plant-based foods to increase your soluble fiber intake, just to be more satiated and live a more healthful life. We are a woman-based led organization. Each one of us has our own acumen and specialty. We have Elise Wasserman, who is our COO. She is actually a nutritionist based in the San Francisco Bay Area. She owns and runs a plant-based education business, and it's called Let Us Be Organic. And she's very successful with that. We also have our Chief Branding Officer, Sarah Siskin. She is based in New York. She's a certified health coach in New York. And she has successfully launched and branded her reboot system, which is called Hands on Healthy, which is also a very successful diet plan here in New York.
It seems like a great team, and obviously the opportunity is enormous, right? I mean, the value of plant-based meat, is expecting to be over $8 billion over the next few years. Can you tell us a little bit more about the opportunity and what we're seeing over there, especially in North America?
Absolutely. So it actually was announced yesterday that Target has just launched their own plant-based food line, which just shows that the demand is out there and that there is a graph, the smell of opportunity on our slideshow that shows, the use of plant-based products in that market is trending up and it will continue to do so. It is really exciting. It's predicted that the market will nearly double in the year 2025, which is really not that far along. It's only 4 short years away. So there's an incredible opportunity here. I do see it personally in my own practice, the desire to incorporate more plant-based foods into one's diet, and certainly the numbers show that. So that is exciting, and that's why we're so excited here at Future Burger.
And Keren, the global household cooking appliance market, everyone's coming at home and more cooking at home and a lot more aware of what they're eating. It's a huge market. It's like $124 billion. I mean, why are you so excited about what's happening internally? And also would be interesting to hear your views a little bit more about what's happening, especially on the lab-grown meat opportunity there as well.
Absolutely. So it is interesting what you just said, that the small kitchen appliance market is just growing rapidly. During the pandemic, I think certainly we saw heavy use of these products. There have been surveys out there that say that people are going to continue to use these appliances because they realize that they can cook at home more quickly and more healthfully for their family. So that's an exciting opportunity right there. And I do believe that there has, even during the pandemic, more people were having the goal of trying to stay healthy. We were lost control of so much during this pandemic, and people did have control of what they put into their body. And there was statistically an increase in the consumption of plant-based foods, which was interesting. And I think it's here to stay. I do believe that people are starting to realize that eating less red meat is better for your health and you feel better, and it's just better for the environment. And I think people are becoming much more aware of that statistic and point.
That's an interesting point. I mean, the fact that there's empirical evidence that is showing that eating less red-based meat is healthy for the diet. So on the lab-based opportunity, I mean, we're seeing hundreds of millions of dollars being thrown at it in Silicon Valley and firms and investment banks. I mean, what do you think is the case with essentially taking a cell and growing that meat, or especially as a substitute? What's the reason? What are you seeing over there as well?
Oh, well, so like I just said, there absolutely is. It's astounding. Like there is a direct correlation of increasing your plant-based food intake and your health. I think I can tell you that I see it firsthand, people that just, that are big meat eaters. And there is a remarkable statistic on the slides that shows that by the year 2040, red meat consumption, conventional meat consumption, is going to decrease by 33%. To me, that is incredible because I've been in this space for a very long time. And in the beginning, when I first started, it's just, I would have never thought that I would see the day because, people didn't actually realize that, didn't make that correlation between the consumption of red meat and your health. Maybe it was out there, but people didn't really believe it. And now, people are really catching on and there's real truth to it. And we're seeing that in the market, which is incredible.
And Keren, I know we talked about it, but 83% of meat in America, the meals are being prepared at home. So there's a big push to eating healthy, eating less meat, more plant-based. Tell us a little bit more specifically about what you've actually built with a Future Burger and the actual device.
Yeah, so we're very excited at Future Burger because we're providing a solution to customers. So as you said, they want to eat at home, and they want it quickly. There's a statistic where in 2020, 75% of people want to rather eat at home than eat out. So right away, right there with our Future Burger Grill, we're providing that service because we're a kitchen appliance that you can use at home. And then there are other checks that Future Burger checks off, the other boxes that Future Burger checks off, including having healthy food, like we talked about before, where people want to prepare healthy food quickly. They want it to be convenient and they want it to be customizable, which we're going to talk to soon. But it's just so exciting that here at Future Burger, we are really checking all those boxes. So we are definitely providing something that consumers have definitely shown interest in as of lately.
And the market landscape for the do-it-yourself, I mean, it's absolutely huge. You've got SodaStream and Piestro and Beyond Meat and Impossible. What are you really excited about Future Burger and what it brings to the market?
Yeah, well, so Future Burger really, addresses two market landscapes, right? Like what you said, I think, most people, know what a Keurig machine is or a SodaStream, and that's a do-it-yourself kitchen appliance. And as well as we were just talking about the plant-based meat market, which is like something like a Beyond Burger and Impossible Burger. And those landscapes are so hot right now, and we're addressing both of them combined together. And that's exciting too, because we're providing both of those, services to the consumer.
And Keren, the mergers and acquisition market is absolutely enormous. I mean, we've seen a lot of, as you mentioned, it's really interesting with Target launching the new plant-based line, but we're also seeing ADM, they've recently bought a Brazilian business, AAK, Michael Foods. I mean, what are you seeing over there in North America specifically in terms of the mergers and acquisitions and just the activity that's happening in the whole space?
It's just a hot sector. It's really, really hot. People are, I can just attest to that just through my own private practice. People asking me for more brands. I'm trying to go. And what's interesting, Niv, is that, when we talk about plant-based foods and meat alternatives, sometimes I think in the past people are like, well, I'm not vegan or I'm not vegetarian. And it's really not the case anymore. People just want to have more of that type of food. So it's really, the demographic is really large. It's not just for vegans, plant-based foods. It's not just for vegetarians. People are interested in, kind of trying, like we have Meatless Mondays here. I don't know if you have that in Australia, but everyone, it's a big thing here in America. Like, just try to incorporate more plant-based foods into your diet for your health. But really what I see is, yes, people are always, and actually I can't even keep up with it sometimes because there are so many new brands coming up in the market and I have to research it. Like just Trader Joe's, they have their own line of plant-based meat, plant-based foods and meats, alternatives to dairy, alternatives to meat. It's just, it's so fast, it's increasing so fast, I can't keep up with it. So it is a really, really, really hot space and a growing sector in the market for sure.
Well, Keren, we're really excited about the opportunity. I mean, plant-based is obviously not here to stay. There's obviously more sustainability. A lot of the consumers are really pushing for eating at home and eating healthy. There's obviously a lot of M&A activity we're seeing, especially North America. So that brings us to a final slide. So really the opportunity here for investors coming in at a $5 million pre-money valuation, which is right at the bottom part of and then what we are going to be looking at is looking to raise about $1 million right now in this round to really fast track and open the opportunities in North America. But I think the mergers and acquisition opportunity as well for Future Burger is absolutely enormous, and especially in the lab-based meat section, but also other verticals. So, Keren, I just want to say really great to have you on board, and appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks very much for joining us at Peak TV.